Hello, Cherries. Happy New Year. Welcome to my live Jerry Cherry Saturday, episode 5. And in this video, we're going to be working on 3 notes per string, along with 3 different modes that you'll play along with. One of them will be the Ionian mode, which is the major scale. The second one is the Aeolian, which is a minor version of that. And the third one is Dorian, which is another type of minor, which is in the same key as well. Okay, so the 3 notes per string that we're going to be using are right here. It's very simple. In this position right here. And we have Kelly in our live chat right now. Hello, Kelly. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year to you. We're learning some guitar here. We're playing some 3 notes per string. So hope you have your guitars out, ready to shred today. All right, and it's beautiful Saturday afternoon. So the 3 notes per string, starting on the fat E string, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you have the 3rd, 5th, and 7th fret on the E string, 3rd, 5th, 7th fret on the A string, 4th, 5th, 7th on the D string, 4th, 5th, 7th on the G string, 5th, 7th, 8 on the B string, same thing, 5th, 7th, 8 on the E string. So we're going right up the G major scale, and it's basically 1 sharp. So you have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and C. So it's very simple and it's very symmetrical. That's what makes this so fun and so easy to use, is that if you look at it, it's basically very symmetrical. It's easy to memorize. So you have the same thing on both strings. Then the next 2 strings, the next 2 strings are the same. So it's basically 3 different groupings. And with just that by itself, you could play so much cool stuff. And we're going to get into that right now. Hello, Lori. Lori in the live chat. How you doing? Lori and Kelly, good to see you. Hopefully you have your guitars out, ready to learn some music here with us today, some shredding. It's not just about shredding. You can be very melodic. We're going to be melodic, more melodic than we are shredding today. So hopefully you have your coffee. I have my my DU mug, because I haven't gotten my Jerry Cherry mug in yet. But someone has to remind me to get that today. Supposed to get it yesterday. But cheers. Here's to you guys. Caffeine up. I just made a fresh pot just before this, so we're looking good here. We're ready to go. We're awake on this beautiful, fine Saturday afternoon here in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. Okay. So, Aaron Short, how you doing, my man? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Coffee, cheers. All right. You have your coffee? Cream and sugar? Nah, man. I have a little bit of milk. Just a drop of milk. No sugar. I stopped putting sugar in my coffee years ago. I ate so much sugar and other stuff and cookies and ice cream that in coffee, I just don't need it anymore. I acquired the taste to not having the sugar anymore. And the only reason I put a little bit of milk in is because I think just straight black coffee is just bad for you in some way. You know, it's just so strong, it just kind of eats you up inside. But I think the milk kind of helps it a little bit. So you're having a cappuccino? Oh, man. With DA? Get out of town. Oh, you miss having a cappuccino with DA. Okay. So do I. That's the one thing about playing with DA Cole. You always have... He was actually feeding me some of his once, and he spilled it on my Taylor acoustic, and it's all my fault. You know, I should have never let that happen. But anyway, we're going to play this 3 notes per string thing, and we're going to come up with a progression here. Since we're in G major, I'm just going to play C, D, G. That's going to be the first progression when we play the Ionian mode. After that, we're going to play the Aeolian, then the Dorian, and we're going to switch the chords a little bit, but we're going to play the same notes, and it's going to be such a completely different sound. You listen for yourself. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I looped that progression. I'm going to play those notes right up the scale, 3 notes per string. All right? I mean, any note you play right here is going to sound good. Let me know if you can hear everything okay. If you hear the loop, you hear my soloing. So I'm just playing all the notes right in the same 3 notes per string. Put on some distortion. You can target some notes, playing the major third. That's a little bit more advanced, but for now, I mean, you can hit any note, and if it sounds good, it's good. Just get into it. Like, milk these notes. Now you can do the same thing up here. Past the 12th fret, it's the same notes. All right. So you're playing any note you want. And it's really hard to hit a bad note because there's no bad notes. I mean, some won't sound as good as others, but if it doesn't, just jump up to the next note above or the next note below. Like, I'll give you a little example of that. Look. Down the scale. Went up. This didn't sound as good, so I went up. They both sound good. Down 1. After a while, it just becomes second nature. Okay, so that's an easy one. It's pretty fun stuff, right? Sounds great. Oh, I'm glad you could hear everything okay. Can you tell us about the guitar and the amp you're using? Sure. Well, this is my Strat. I just got it out of the shop the other day. It was just being a regular setup. I got it over at 30th Street. The guy Matt over there does a great job. If you're in New York City, it's on 30th Street Guitars, which is actually on 27th Street. They used to be on 30th, but they moved. So I'm using a Strat. It's a American Strat. I got it in 2015. Actually, I got it 15-16, but it is a 15 Strat. I have the Paul Gilbert series Igniter pickups, so I switched these out. They usually come with single coil Fat 50s, which is a single coil pickup, but I had some hum cancellation pickups put in, which I did a video on. You can check that out to see a whole demo on them. So they're basically noiseless pickups, and without these, there'd be a 60 cycle hum, which kind of gets annoying. if you're not used to it. The amp I'm using is my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, and I love the Deluxes because they're very loud. You can use them at any situation. 40 watts. It's like very loud. 40 watts. I've used a 15 watt amp on like a Blues Junior on gigs, and you put a mic in front of it, and it's as loud as anything, you know. But the 40 watts is good for any gig, which no one's really doing right now. And in my apartments, it's actually in the low input channel right now, channel 2 low input, so that I could actually turn the volume knob up a little and get some juice. In the 1, I can't even turn it up without it being too loud. So I heard there's a circuit you could put in there to switch that, but plugging right into the second input works pretty good. And I'm going through some pedals for the distortion. I have the Boss Blues driver, which is a ton of gain for this. I have delay on. Then I have an in-between distortion, which is a hot tone blues pedal. Without it, you got with it. Alright. So I'm really into like just a few different levels of distortion because, you know, sometimes you need just a little bit. Sometimes you need a lot of bit. And sometimes you want them all on. I turn both of them on sometimes. Then I have a delay, a Boss digital delay. It's a DD7. And it has a tap tempo, so you could actually tap whatever rhythm your song is in, so you could have the delay in time. And this one I already have set. And I'm looking at the little flashing thing to give me a tempo for my looper, the RC1, which I actually did a video for too. Okay. So hopefully you like that, Aaron, and sounds great. Thank you, guys. And so we'll go to the next mode here. I'll take another swig of the coffee here. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And check out my man Aaron Short's YouTube channel too. He does great, such a great singer, guitar player. What an inspiration, man. I love listening to him. He's got an amazing voice, and he's really into effects and stuff, and he does really cool stuff, so check him out. Let's see. So where are we? Okay. So I'll clear my looper, and we're going to set up for the second loop. Here we go, on the Saturday afternoon live session. Now we're going to play the same notes, but it's going to sound completely different. Hey, Bobby. Hope you have your guitar, my friend. We're going to play a C chord, a D. Instead of a G, we're going to play E minor. So here we go. Okay, we got a loop going. Now with the same notes that we played, the loop's a little bit off, but you get the idea. Here's the E note. We're playing E Aeolian. We're emphasizing this note, but we're playing the same notes. Right? Nothing's changed, but you know how different it sounds? It's minor, so we're emphasizing the minor notes. So whatever note sounds good, we're just kind of landing on it. Target the C. Same thing up here. Kick on the extra overdrive. You hear the difference? More sustain. Makes you want to really play fast, but you want to hold back sometimes. So, you hear the difference of how that was a little bit sadder sounding? It's the same notes. I'm playing in the same position. Thank you. It's really weird to describe modes. I mean, it took me a long time to really understand them, seriously. I learned them when I was 17 years old, and it took decades. Actually, I'm only 27 now, so it only took 10 years. Kidding. And but it took me a long time to really just realize the meaning behind them, and it's just basically emphasizing the feel of the same notes. But because the progression was in G, it was happy. Same notes over a sad chord, E. Makes it sad. It's just the starting points that you play. So it's very weird to understand that. But that's, and I have a lesson on modes. If you're interested, click this card above, and or see a link in my description. I do a whole series on modes, so check that out. And now, you know what would be great, Bobby, Aaron, and any guitar players out there, go back to the beginning and jam along with me. Do a little solo along with my progressions and play along with me, and film yourself doing it and tag me on Instagram. I would love to see that, and I want to see how, your approach to playing this in the same fingering as I'm playing. And it's going to sound good because I know you're awesome, and you can't go wrong because you can't hit a bad note. That's what's great. No one told me that when I was starting to play guitar. Like, no, you can't hit a bad note. I hit every bad note. I hit more bad notes than I hit good notes. Trust me. Nobody showed me. I spent the years playing guitar without a lesson, and man, I knew nothing. I was the worst because no one showed me any scales. This is a whole nother subject, but I would pick up the guitar and I would just play anywhere with no thought process in mind. It was so funny. And somehow I wound up getting into a band doing that. I don't know. Must have been my hair. Crazy. All right, so we got one final last one. You know what? I'm actually going to switch guitars for this last one because I did a video on my SG. And so I'm going to break out the SG for this last final third mode. And this one we're going to emphasize is the Dorian mode. Let's see if we're still in tune here. Close enough for rock and roll, right? Okay. So, what we got here is a failure to communicate. No, we don't. We're communicating just well. So, hello out there. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. So, now we're going to play the same notes. That we've been playing through the Ionian mode. We're playing the Aeolian mode. Now we're going to do the Dorian mode, which is A. So we're going to play a same progression, only we're going to end it on an A chord. So check this out. All right. Here we go. So I'm emphasizing the A. Same notes. Only I'm working on the A. Do you notice how this sounds different from the other two? Even the when we're playing the E, it's a different type of feel. It's minor. Like David Gilmour-ish. Major 6 right here. Same position. Even use the pentatonic scale here, A minor. Which everyone knows. Mix it up. All right. That was the Aeolian one. No, that was Dorian. Sorry. So as you could see, you could play three different, completely different sounding melodies just using the same notes, but because one progression was C, D, G, I was able to have an Ionian sound, which is a major scale. When I played C, D, E minor, same notes gave me a minor scale, which was the E minor, Aeolian. And then I played C, D, and A minor, and that gave me a Dorian sound. So by playing basically all the same notes, I had three complete different feels. Now, you could do this in any key. So say, you got a band that's like, hey, let's just jam something in G. You do it in G, you could play that G major scale. Or if they were in B, same thing here. Right? And And the same thing goes with hey, you want to play in a B minor. Okay, so you take the B minor, and you could play. You can relate that to a different mode. Well, that's another more advanced lesson, but basically you learn these concepts, and they're interchangeable into any key. You know, so I think it's a really good approach, and it's something that no one really showed me when I was starting on guitar. So hopefully you found this helpful. And what if you have a chord introduce that is not in the key? How do you adapt for that? You trying to stump me here, Aaron? If you have a chord that's not in the key, well, you consider that the chord, right? And you could always base your melody around that. Like for instance, you know, if you have that last progression where it's, hey, say a chord that's not in the key would be a let's see, C, D, A. If for instance, you know, say it was an A major. Right, for some crazy reason, the song would start off like that. So say instead of going C, or you could actually say for instance, if it's not in the key, if it was C, D, A major, you would just change the one note, the minor, the C to a C sharp. So you could play that same mode right here, the A. Let's see, so you're at C. You would do like a C note. Same 3 notes per string thing here. Only instead of playing this note, you play this one. So when it's on the C, you don't have to really think about it. When it's on the D, you don't think about it. But when it hits the A, you're just changing one note, just like the chord changes from A minor to A major. You're playing a C, and you're playing a C sharp. So we'll do like a change that one note. So we have that. Hopefully you answered that. I answered that. And there's all kinds of stuff. Actually, I have another video that I made on parallel minor progressions. And it has a lot to do with what I just did right now. It's basically sharing and borrowing chords from the parallel minor, which is really interesting, and really makes you understand that concept of not all progressions are going to be in the same key, and you need to figure out how to, you know, work around that. But if you stay in the chord, it's very helpful, you know. Just to know that you could basically play the root, the fifth, the octave, the thirds, the fifths, the arpeggio. Okay, and so let's see. Hopefully you found this video helpful. I don't want to go too long now, but let's see. All right, we have some people here coming in from I don't know, where are you? What country are you coming from? I don't understand that your name there. But that's really cool. Is this in? Lights and a bit late. Oh, it's a bit late where you are? What key is this in? Well, this progression was in G major. But then when I added the A chord, it's still G major, but I'm actually going to an A. I'm actually switching keys for that moment to an A, to the key of A. But it could be any A. It could be different variations of A. And let's see. Thank you, Kelly. It sounds great. Tapping into my infinite now. Well, it's not very infinite. It stops at some point. But no, I actually have a million ideas, and with music theory, I mean, it really is infinite. I guess at some point it has to end, but there's so many combinations. There's so many things that I know that I don't use and I don't practice, and that's kind of why I want to do this too, because it gets me back into learning this stuff and playing and preparing for you guys and all your questions like that. You're trying to stump me. All right, you're welcome, Bobby. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, you going to practice? Have a good weekend. I sure will. It's gonna be a great weekend. Looks beautiful out. So just remember, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. I post a new video every Wednesday on YouTube. Where the last one that I made was I did a demo of this SG guitar where I broke down, I played all the different pickup configurations, all my different distortion pedals, and so check that one out. Click the card above for that, or see the link in my description. And this is a new thing I'm doing now. It's episode 5, but you tune in. Come back next week at 1 o'clock Saturday for episode 6. And who knows what we're going to get into then. Leave me some suggestions. I don't know, like what do you guys want to do next week? Is there anything on guitar that you want to learn? I can kind of go over. The John Mayer story, yep. I did meet John Mayer, and I taught him something. I taught him how to tune the guitar, believe it or not. No, I seriously doubt I taught him how to tune the guitar, but he was doing something really crazy. Like he was tuning, he was sharp, right? He was tuning down to the note. Right, right, say that, for instance, you're sharp. And you bend down, you tune down to it, and he left it. So, and he was tuning all of his strings, going from sharp down flat. But what happens when you bend the string, when you pull the string or bend it, it's gonna fall flat. So, what I pointed out to him was that you have to go below the note and then up to the note. So that when you bend the strings, it's still in tune, because it's wound. The way it's wound, if you go down, you're giving some slack on the winding, but if you tune up and you're pulling on the string, it's actually it's tightening, kind of like in a locking position. So hopefully he remembers that, and he'll give me some props for that one day. But like I said in that video, he was probably humoring me. So very cool, guys. And I also do some guitar solo lessons where I play like Van Halen stuff and Guns N' Roses and Pink Floyd. So check out the card above for that, or check out the link in my description. I break down like Van Halen solos, Ozzy solos. I give complete tutorials for that, so please check that out. All sounding great. Thank you, Lori. So sweet of you guys for tuning in. I hope your 2021 is just magnificence, and that all your dreams come true in this video. Stay healthy, stay happy, and enjoy. And please come back next week for some more live fun. Please let me know what you guys want to know next week, whether it's cage system type stuff, progressions, or arpeggios. There's so much stuff that we could talk about and play. Or if there's a song you want me to break down, guitar specific guitar solo you want me to break down, I'm here for you guys. All right, Happy New Year's, Bobby. So once again, if you found this video helpful, tap the like button, yada, yada, yada. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, be cool, be kind, enjoy your Saturday, and be cherry. This is a cherry, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys. Have a great day, and thanks for spending some time with me. I love you guys. You guys rock, all right? Remember, check out Aaron Short's page. He's an amazing guitar player, singer-songwriter. And, one thing I forgot to mention, Thursday nights on Facebook, The Jerry Cherry. What is it? It's Facebook/Jerry Cherry Band, I think is my page. And, yeah, I go live for about an hour and a half every Thursday at 7:30, playing cool covers and original songs. So check me out there as well. All right, love you guys. Peace. Let me know in the comments what you want to hear for next week. All right? See you soon. Have a great day.